Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our session. Today, we have got a second part of our mini-series, Operations Simplified in Jira Service Management. Today, we have got two guests from Atlassian, two product managers, Deeksha and Samruddhi. And we will be talking about part number 2 about resolving incidents. So I think that we can start from our plan. So, as I said, this is part number 2 about resolving and restoring. Last time we had part number 1 about alerts and on-call readiness, and you can scan QR code to watch the recording from this session. And on 11 August, we have got part number 3 about prevent and protect. Now, before we dive into the demo, because today we have got 2 live demos with short quizzes and time for Q&A sessions after every part, let's briefly walk through the prevent, detect, resolve lifecycle, which is a foundational approach in modern IT operations. As I said, last time we talked about the detect phase, where effective alert management makes all the difference. In this session, our focus is especially on the resolve phase. Once alert is triggered and assigned, the clock starts ticking. So we have to start working on it, on resolve this problem. And this phase is all about mobilizing our response teams efficiently. So we can talk about on-call rotations, about escalation policies, and real-time collaboration. In general, the goal in this stage is to keep our services running smoothly and minimize the impact, especially negative impact on our users. Finally, in this life cycle, we have got prevent, which is topic for next session. And again, today we focus on the resolve stage, and we'll show you how Jira Service Management helps you build a reliable and scalable incident management solution. So short agenda for today. So we start from short recap from part number 1. After that, we move to live demo, incident configurations for admins. The next part is another live demo, incident resolution in action. And after that, we'll talk about the next session. During the whole meeting today, you can leave your questions on the chat, and we will try to reply on all of them. Also, we have got support from Samruddhi, so she will also be able to share with you some additional materials. And I see that we have got first question on the chat. Where can I find the recording on the first part? So I'm sharing it on chat. Also, here is a QR code. I am going to pin this answer so everyone can copy the link easily. So I think that after this short introduction, we can move to recap after this part number 1. So Deeksha, the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Kate. I just want to keep some principles for all the sessions, like I said last time also. This is a learning session. Feel free to ask any question. Please engage in the quizzes because it will help us understand how much you're able to grasp, showcasing you, and we can improve in the sessions going forward. Don't feel shy. Ask any questions. We're all here to help and learn together. So with that, I will kickstart the recap from part 1. Before I go ahead, I just want not a show of hands, but maybe people who are joining us from the last session to drop a note on the chat saying detect, because you were part of the detect phase, and now here you're in this session to learn with us on the next section for resolve. Don't worry, for those of you who weren't able to join us, I'm going to give a quick recap of what we did in the last session. As you can see, in the last session, we delved into the configurations that a product admin or a Jira admin would need to do to ensure that their on-call responders are receiving alerts in a timely manner. And we delved into some of the site level configurations, as you can see in the screen here. We delved into the custom roles that you can create to ensure that all your users in GSM have the right accesses to view alerts, act on alerts, and they're engaging with the alerts responsibly. We also delved into chat configurations to ensure your alert and incident response is very smooth on the chat tools that you use on a day-to-day basis. We also delved into the key source of your alerts, which are integration and also sync with Jira software as a product and Jira Service Management. We also covered some advanced configurations available on premium and enterprise plans, such as incoming call routing, your alert, much more. With that, we delved into the persona of a team admin and learned the best practices of configuring the right on call schedule to ensure that your right folks in your team are tagged to the alert when there are issues in your integrations or being generated from your servers. That's where we went into the on call schedules. We talked about routing rules, escalation policies, and the schedules. We also delved a little bit into creating automation at a team level as well as at a site level to ensure that your alerts and the noise that gets generated from alerts is reduced without any manual intervention. Lastly, we left off at a very interesting note, which we will pick up in the session today. We saw alerts being generated. We saw the automation actions updating the alerts on the go. We saw automation actions and policies also closing the alert. With that, today we pick up from the alert and the noise that comes in, how that is streamlined to identify a root cause and the incident gets generated and is being resolved. So this was a quick overview of things that we covered in the previous session. Today, who is our focus? Today, we focus on a key persona, which is a major and manager, along with, of course, admin level configurations to ensure that your organization is equipped to handle incidents as and when they come. I'll take a quick pause. Anyone who is a major incident manager in their organization and is today, please drop a MIM in the chat so that people are engaging with you, asking you best practices, and you're also able to share your thoughts as we proceed in this session. Now, as an incident manager, I think everyone's key action is they want to ensure that the right people are able to act on the incident, and you're constantly sharing updates with your stakeholders, be it your internal stakeholders or your external stakeholders, ensuring that the actions that you're taking on the incident to resolve are being communicated and all your learnings and data is secured in a single place so that you're able to resolve the incident faster when the priorities are at the highest. This means your services, as and when they're getting impacted, you have the right resources to resolve them and also ensure there's minimum impact to your end customers as and when you're going through the incident lifecycle. With this pain point in mind, we've divided the session into three pillars that we're going to cover today. First, we will talk about the incident configurations. This is everything you need to do in JSM to ensure that you're ready as and when an incident is created. This could be anything from setting up automation rules, ensuring the right services and configurations are created and added to the incident, and lastly, looking at all the necessary stakeholder communication that you need to do are already in place. The second and the third pillar are sort of interrelated. We will talk about triaging and resolution at the time of incident creation. Are you able to identify who the right responders are? Are you able to identify who are the SMEs you need to loop in? Do you have all the resources that you need to resolve the issue? So we'll cover all of these things as part of triaging and resolution. And lastly, once you have the incident resolved, there are practices to ensure that you are having a post-incident report being created such that in the future, if similar incidents occur in the past, you know the exact steps that you took to resolve the incident and you're able to replicate those and quickly solve the incident in just a matter of a few seconds or a few minutes. With that, I'm going to enter the first demo, which is all about your incident configurations. As you know, last time we left off talking about the alert groups. I will delve into that demo a little bit later. Here, all your incidents sit within IT management type of projects. You'll be able to see this is a sample project that we have here. Where you can see there are incidents, problem changes, and different type of work items predefined as part of this project. The first thing that I will start off with is ensuring that you have the right services and you have the right data being configured for services. Now, what are services? Services are nothing but key components to ensure that your or your software services or your business services are being monitored at all times and they are correctly being reported on either your incidents or your alerts. If the people who joined the first session remember, we had the opportunity of linking services even to alerts to ensure that the right data map is there in all. We recommend that all your impacted services that are being added to the alerts are correctly being configured here from your operations section in any project. Services are not mapped to any project, they exist for your site all in all. As you can see, there are 4 types of services available today in Jira Service Management: applications, business services, capabilities, and software services. Applications could be, in this case of Atlassian, application could be Jira Service Management is an application, Trello is an application, Confluence is an application. Your business services could be something on the side of like payments or billing. These are business side of things that are part of your organization. Capabilities could be like your REST APIs, your alerting, and other capabilities as part of your organization. Lastly, software services are nothing but your microservices, which are probably having a relationship each with your application or even your capability. So you can go ahead and create a service based on the types that you have. I'll just open a service that I've already created just to give you a walkthrough of what all components are there in a service. You can give the name and description to a service. You can even add relationships here, like I was mentioning. If this is a software service, depend on any sort of a business service that you have today. In addition to that, you will also have your service owners. These are the teams that are responsible for the service. You can also add responder teams. These are the teams who will immediately be notified as and when a service is added to an incident, and they will automatically as a responder to the incident. That means these members who are on call for this team will be sent alert and will be notified to come and take an action on this incident. After that, you also have the capability to add stakeholders. As and when this service is added to an incident, stakeholders are automatically added to the incident and they are also being notified that there is an ongoing incident and can be used for future states that go on in your incident lifecycle. And lastly, you also have the capability to map it to a project or an existing repository that you have. You can also see for this service or any other service you have configured, you will always be able to see the number of incidents that are currently active on this service as of today. So this was a quick overview of services. What are the best ways to service? What are the types of services that are available today? And be sure for every service that you configure, you're adding the right service owner, the responders, and the stakeholders, because these are the key folks involved in an incident when a service is mapped to an incident. With that, I'm going to enter into showing you how you can keep your stakeholders informed by setting up stakeholder templates. This is a new capability we have recently launched in May. How you can access this? Firstly, you have to be a Jira admin to access this. Go to settings, you need to go to products. Once you're in product, you click on incident management, and here you'll be able to see something known as email templates. I've already configured an email template that I'm going to walk you through today. You can configure email templates for the different use cases that your organization. You might want to do P1 incident internal communication. You might have different communications for when your incident is F0 or when it's F2. Or you might have communications that you do differently for maybe your exec ops, or maybe your privacy teams, or maybe your data teams. So to ensure that you're using the right standard, these templates help you to do exactly that. The key components of the template are: you can define a name, because this is the name you'll be able to access from incidents, which of course I'll be showing you in the demo. There will always be a sender name and a reply to email that is pre-populated. You have the option to upload a header image that could be branded as per your organization, or it could be branded based on your teams or the use case for which your template is being created. Here, the email body is a blank field and a playground for you to be creative with the communications you want to send. You have a few dynamic fields from the incident that are available for you to plug and play. Here, as an example, I have taken the incident status, the incident impact, the affected service, the stakeholder updated time, and I have kept next action as an open field that at the time of drafting communications, I can add the details here on how the incident is progressing. And this is how the template will auto-populate all these fields at the time of sending, leaving only this field for me to fill in based on the template. You have the option to create a template based on all these capabilities that exist today use cases. So this was everything about configuring the right stakeholder communication so that you're ready when you have an incident to use this template and send them communications. Next, I'm going to head over to rules. We briefly covered automations for alerts the last. Of course, as a lot of you today, automation spans across the multiple key constructs that we have within JSM today. I'm going to cover examples today from the lens of incident triaging and resolution. Okay. Here you can see that I have already created two rules for you that I'm going to give you a walkthrough of today. The first rule is it triggers when the work item is created and the work item is of type system incident. That means anytime a work item is created with system incident, this is the first criteria of the automation. For those creating a Slack channel with the name CLC, the issue key of the incident and demo. The channel description can have issue summary and URL if we need. We have the capability to select the workspace. For those of you who are not aware of how to connect the workspace, we discussed this previously in our session for the first part. I can just give a quick overview. You can go to operations, you can go to chat and video tools, and here you can workspace. You'll be able to plug and play any of these workspaces into your automation rule to ensure that you're connecting to the right Slack channel. The same goes for Microsoft Teams as well as Zoom. I will quickly circle.
In the meantime, we have got a question. So maybe I will ask now.
Sure.
From Maurizio. We currently have OpsGenie configured to receive alerts directly through various integrations, API, email, new release, etc. Using Sync, these alerts lead to the creation of incidents. When responder alerts are enabled, we've noticed that the system generates multiple alerts. One from the initial integration linked to a service, and second, when the incident is created and assigned to a team based on the service. Occasionally, a third when the on-call specialist takes ownership of the ticket. Is this the expected behavior? If not, what's the recommended approach to avoid generating duplicate or redundant alerts in this scenario?
Okay. One thing I want to confirm, and this might be applicable for your use case, if you already have the services and the responders mapped correctly, you have responder alerts. And how you do that is you can go to settings, products, incident management, and you can configure your responder alert settings from here. The best practice is, in case you're getting duplicate alerts, you always have to use alert policies to close or not notify anyone for one of the alerts, the best way that we recommend is you can add the right responders to the service. Whenever the service get added to the incident, then the responders automatically get added to the incident, and there is nothing else that you need to do. You don't leverage sync in that use case scenario. If you feel there are incidents without any impacted services and you still want responders to be generated, use either automation or policies to close alerts that get generated in cases where incident already has a service and a responder versus the alert is getting from the sync capability that you have. So you have the it sort of depends on how your incidents strictly follow. One incident at least has one service so that you're not missing out on responder alerts, or you're sync in such a way that you're only generating where your incident does not have any affected service.
Thank you. Mauricio, let us know if this answer is enough for you. And we have got another question from Mauricio. For the chat and video tools, do we have plans for implementing Google Chat and Google Meet?
Thank you for asking this question. This was asked in the last meeting as well. It is part of our backlog. We were supposed to share a feature request ticket. Maybe in the follow-up email of this meeting, we will add the feature request ticket for you guys to add yourself as watchers to track the progress on this.
Okay, thank you. So we can go to the next.
Okay. So discussing the automation rules, and we covered the first automation, which was creation of a Slack channel, as in when an incident is created. You can add configurations and customizations where your incident severity is Sev0, just in a very focused war room when your incident priority is of the highest level. I will go back to, I will also explain the second rule. I don't know if you've explored the power of Robo Agent. This automation bundles both the power of Atlassian intelligence as well as automation together. What this rule does, whenever a work item is either resolved or completed, you have the flexibility to add these conditions based on how you have set up your workflow for a particular type. Here, why I've added resolved, done, or completed, because these are that I have in my incidents as and when we proceed through the lifecycle. I am using the Robo Agent to create the PIR, create PIR agent with a prompt given to the agent that says create the PIR from the incident. Once the prompt has been shared with the Robo Agent, I'm then going to create a work item called post incident review in the same project where item was transitioned. And this is a summary of the work item that gets created. And I'm here adding the Robo Agent's response as the description. So this is a very powerful tool that ensures that you are following PIR for every incident that is created. In case your organization does not follow this level of due diligence, you can add certain more filters for only Sev0, Sev1, or Sev2 incidents where PIRs are essential for you. This automation rule ensures that every incident that has been completed, you're not missing out on the post-incident review for that incident. Now, the next section to cover is a new feature that we've introduced in Jira Service Management, which is called playbooks. Who can access playbooks? All project admins can go to their own projects. Here, the section called playbooks. What are playbooks? Playbooks are nothing but workflows that you create in order to ensure that you're running actions or you're being reminded of actions in a step manner. You can see there are two playbooks created. You can use playbooks for any use case in your incident lifecycle. Here, the two playbooks that are created are for triage and the second resolution. Let's look at one of the playbooks that is created for resolution. The reason I'm showing you all these configurations is because I'm going to show you all of these in action in the second half of the demo. Here, the playbook is for analyzing the incident. Here, this is an instructional step. There are two categories of yesterday. One is instruction and one is automation rule. Instructions are just guided steps to ensure that you are marking them as either marked or not completed. So the incident, and I'm checking the dashboard to ensure that the CPU and disk space usage. Here I've given certain criteria and the link to the dashboard, which will be populated if I say this playbook to be run. The next step, I'm checking disk space issues. And here this is automation rule, which is pre-configured and will access all of these and basically troubleshoot the disk space issues that I have. The second automation rule does the same thing, CPU usage. And lastly, I am verifying the CPU usage manually on my side on the dashboard that I have. And finally, everything looks okay based on the resolution playbook that I have an automation rule to automatically mark this incident as. So this was everything with playbooks that you have accessible. Playbooks currently are available only in JSM Premium and Enterprise plans. So this was everything that we have with respect to key configurations that you should make your incident lifecycle. With that, I'm going to get back to our presentation and open the forum for any Q&A. Kate, do we have any more questions or should we proceed?
We can proceed. We have got one question. Is it available on data center?
Playbooks are not available on data center.
And also another question, can you please clarify further more on playbooks?
Any particular questions that are there? Maybe when you see the demo of how the playbooks are used, that will give you more clarity. Essentially, just to give a quick overview to ensure that none of your questions go unanswered.
We have also info from Naven that what is the use and which scenarios we can use the playbooks.
Yeah. So essentially, every incident that gets created for the project that you've set the playbook for, when you scroll down, you'll be able to see a section called playbook. You will have both the playbooks available here. Depending on the use case and depending on what type of incident it is, you'll be able to run each of these in a structured manner. So playbooks are nothing but templates you are creating, predefined templates you are creating to resolve your incidents faster. Here, if there is any because of high CPU or disk space usage, you use this playbook. You can take actions one by one to ensure that you are resolving the incident faster and you're following a template in which you want to run your actions. I will take a pause. Samruddhi, do you have anything to add here?
Yeah, so you can consider playbooks like your SOPs, run books, guides that agents can use to follow and resolve the incident or any issue, any work item that they're working on. So instead of having to go to the Confluence or some other pages where you have your run books, finding them, finding the relevant one, they can see the playbook right here in the context of issue view, and they won't even have to do context switching between tools because there'll be automation rules inside these playbooks which can trigger and complete the step in just one click, and these have to be created by the project admins for agents to use. Yeah.
What I can also add that on August 21st, it will be dedicated session about playbooks. So I will also share info about it and you will see the new event. So it will be in detail only about playbooks. But we have got also another question. What would be the difference or benefit to using playbook over Confluence?
Confluence is a lot of context switching that you have to do. With playbook, you can run even automation. It's not just manual step-by-step guides. You can here run an automation rule which will rerun a script to ensure that your disk space issues are resolved and come back with a with a solution. And you can see all of these in the execution log here that you have today. So Confluence page is just like a document. This is actionable SOPs that you're defining here, where manual intervention is less and more from the side of controlling which action to run when.
Okay, thanks. And last question for playbooks. Is there a plan to have dependencies between the steps?
We'll take that as a feedback, and you can also, I'll share a link here to my calendar. You can also book a slot where we can discuss more on this further. Thank you.
Perfect.
Okay, thanks. So for this part, I guess that, we have got one more question from Mauricio about stakeholders. We've noticed that when a stakeholder is added to the service, they automatically receive an SMS notification whenever incident is created, regardless of the incident's priority or whether an alert was triggered. Is there a way to fine-tune stakeholder notifications to avoid sending alerts for low priority incidents? Also, we've observed that the emails sent to stakeholders when they are added to incident can be a bit convoluted or unclear. Is there a way to customize or simplify the content of those emails? I may have missed it earlier, or do the templates you showed cover this kind of customization?
Thank you. For the first part, currently we don't support SMSs to stakeholders. So you might, I don't know, in case you are referring to certain alert responders as stakeholders, or their internal organization users who are being added as stakeholders, and they might have alert notifications configured, which is why they're getting SMSs themselves. I'll take a pause. Maybe you can reply to this and we can get back to this. So that is the answer to your first part. We don't support SMSs at all for stakeholders today. To your second part, we are working on new capabilities that we'll be launching, where we're improving the current communications to stakeholders and the emails that you can use. The first email of when a stakeholder is added to an incident is currently in the pipeline to being improved. However, any future communications that you do to stakeholders can be managed via your email templates. So it's just the first email comms that go out to inform them that there's an ongoing incident, and they will continue receiving notifications as and when needed. And for any future notifications, you can create templates using this feature and customize as per your own need.
I hope that it replied on your question, Mauricio. Let us know on the chat. And I don't see more questions for this part, so we can go further.
Okay. I'm just going to share my slides. Okay, very similar to last time. This is not a one-way session. This is something that we expect all of you to participate in. All you need is a quick access to your mobile phone or even your laptops. So this is the first question that we have today. Please scan the QR code. We will give it maybe 2 minutes for you to answer these questions. We'll wait for a minute more. I see around 14 people have already answered this question, and we'll also see how many of you got it right or wrong. So you'll go back with a smile. Okay, I'm going to move to the next slide. And as expected, a lot of you, all of you, have gotten this correct. And now, please don't manually create any chat configurations. You can use automation to do all of that for you to help you save time when you're actually in the war room trying to resolve the incident. Okay, now we'll go into triaging and resolution demo. This is a key part of the session. Everything that I showed you from a configuration lens, we'll actually be seeing that live in action. Here I already have an alert group created. Essentially, this is the power of Atlassian intelligence. I have around 12 alerts that were automatically grouped for me to ensure that I'm focusing on the right things as and when the alerts are entering the system. Here I can see some details on the alerts. These are the list of individual alerts. I'm alert responders. I'm also seeing indication that this is the team that I can reach out to who were responders to similar alerts in the past to help me resolve incident alert and see the next actions. I'm also being shown the history of similar alert groups in the past that were created. Now from here, let's take the story that this is a CPU usage alert that we are receiving from our StreamHub service that we have. I am here now going to create an incident called responder. I can select the product, I can say a project, I can work item type. All the alerts that were part of this group are already being linked. I have the capability to remove any in case I want to, or to update this list as and when I'm proceeding with my creation. Incident creation is now way faster. You have the power of Atlassian intelligence suggesting you a lot of these details by default. Here, all the details from the alert are already being picked and curated for me. Using Atlassian intelligence helps you ensure that the way incidents are created and reported are always following a streamlined manner of each detail being captured in the incident at the time of creation. You can add additional details. It's also suggest priority based on the alerts. I can accept the suggestion or I can reject the suggestion. I can add labels in case there are labels that I use as part of my automation to trigger any responders or to trigger any alerts. So I'm able to do all of that. I can add the severity of the incident. Let's mark it as SEP1. I can add additional details if I want to from here. Let's go ahead and create the incident here. This is just one of the ways we're doing it. You can also leverage automation to create incidents from alerts seamlessly. This is just a demo to show you that now you're able to quickly add in the details of an incident rather than the data here. I'm going to go ahead and create the incident. I'm going to view the incident work item that got created here. So here is the incident with all the data added. I'm here now just going to add the service that we showed you initially. We could time of incident creation, or it could have been done later as well. The incident here is created. I can also see that the automation rule that I had was appending CLC and demo at the end and the incident ticket here. Let me go ahead and show you some details of what actions are taken. Note that this is a SEP1 event. You can SEP1 incident. You set up different war rooms based on the priority that you have to ensure that you're auto certain key metrics of creating channels. So you'll be able to incorporate those as well. Let's go to Slack and see what all details you have. Kate, just taking a quick check. Are you able to see my Slack?
Yes, we see your Slack.
Okay, perfect.
Channel payment, workspace payment, yes.
Okay, perfect. So as you can see, I've selected the payment workspace in my automation rule. This is the Slack channel that got created. This is the incident. I have the status, responder, services, everything that got added. Actions also that I can take from the channel. I can add responders, I can inform stakeholders, I can add stakeholders status. Let's say, for example, I go ahead and update the state to work in progress. All of these actions you're able to take from Slack itself. You don't need to go to your incident back, and you're all on the same thread taking actions from the single Slack channel here. Any new stakeholder or any new on-call responder that joins the Slack channel, we now also have a critical information where we are able to summarize the incident rather than anyone just coming and pinging and asking, okay, where are we at? What is the stage of the incident? We now have the power of summarizing an incident from Slack, and this gives you a quick summary of all the things happening for what is the incident, what are the service responder and links, and everything else. So you can leverage this key action and maybe have it in your training sessions for your end users or on-call responders to incidents, that please leverage this channel and please leverage this action in case you're joining any new incident war room. I'm going to go back to the incident. So quick overview, we covered all the key actions. I'm just going to quickly read as well. Okay, I'm going to just, okay, I think I did not save the service. That's why I was not seeing. So let me just click on this, save the service, refresh the incident. Okay, so here I had added a stakeholder to this service, which got added automatically. What I can do as next steps is I can notify the stakeholder. Here I can select the template that I had. All the details from the template will come here. I can see the preview as well of how the template is going to look like. We'll check with ops, we'll check on the SMEs to resolve this incident. CPU issue identified, will execute the playbook after confirmation. So I'm writing these notes to ensure that whoever are the stakeholders I've added, I'm able to let them know what are the things that I'm going to be working on as part of the incident here. Feel free to create the template as you wish. I'm going to send the email. The email is sent to the stakeholder, and how you can check that is when you scroll, you can go to the activity log. You can see here as well, email subject, the message, everything has been sent here. Let me quickly show you in my email as well. So here is the incident update that I got. All the data from the incident that I had, because the impact was left blank, so we see it blank here. But everything that I had added has rightly been captured here and sent to the stakeholder. Every time you send update, the subject line is going to be the same to ensure that there are threads of emails created while you are sending the updates at each stage, so that nothing is lost and there's a chain of communications that are maintained. So this was everything with respect to ensuring that while you're on the incident, you are informing the stakeholders as along the incident. Now, let's move on to the next step. As an on-call responder, as a MIM, because this is a SEV1 incident, I now want to just identify who the subject matter expertise for this incident is to help me resolve it faster. Here we have the ops guide, which is a robo agent that gives you comprehensive insights on who are the past responders, who are the SMEs, gives you which articles or which data or knowledge base articles you should be referring to, as well as gives you root cause analysis based on historical data to let you know what are the potentials. Here, I'm going to open the ops guide. The ops guide has a few predefined questions there. And let's say we can say, help me resolve this incident. It is going to analyze the question and a few data incident to let me know what are the things I should be doing next to help me resolve the incident. Give it a few minutes. So here we have some SMEs with the relevant documents that I can refer to ensure that I'm able to resolve these incidents faster. As you can see, this agent is able to refer to your database from your Confluence, anything from your Atlassian ecosystem to ensure that it's giving you the right touch bases for who to reach out to and what are the details you're referring to. So this was everything with respect to the ops guide that we have here. Now, knowing that I am the MIM and I already have the knowledge that, okay, this is a high CPU usage, I have a playbook here in front of me that I'm going to execute to ensure that the CPU service and the disk being resolved. I'm analyzing the incident, and after I've checked, let's assume that I've checked the dashboard and I'm saying that the disk space is more than 80% and the CPU usage is more than the 60% threshold. I'm going to mark this as done. As next steps, I'm going to troubleshoot for the disk space first. I'm going to run this. At the time of running this, it's asking me to add a VM ID for the cleanup. I am just going to add an ID. It is showing you in progress. You can also see the output while you are running this automation. You will see the success here. Automation has run successfully. I'm going to run the CPU usage as well. Just give it for demo purposes. You can configure this based on the dashboard that you use to ensure that you are troubleshooting with the right access controls. Currently in progress, I can see the output for each of the automations that I have. It is checking the Azure VM restart and its success message as well after running this. I can go back to my dashboard and let's say for demo purpose, everything works and I'm going to mark this as done. Know everything that I've done to remove and take care of the space issue. I am going to now mark this incident as resolved. So I'm going to run this playbook again. I think there was with the automation rule, but we are seeing it here. We can delve into this later. Maybe purposes because we wanted to show you even the PIR, I'm going to just mark this as resolve here. Actually, before I mark it as resolve, I want to check if there are any questions so far.
So the agents here was, I think, causing a confusion with AI agents. This is for human agents and responders on the tickets and not AI agents.
So I don't see that we have got more questions or comments, so we can go.
Okay. Now I'm going to enter the last stage here. After running the playbook, I've confirmed the disk space has been come back to its actual control. I can also go ahead and send another stakeholder update. I'm closing the loop for incidents being resolved. And now I'm going to go ahead and resolve the incident. Sorry, selecting done. And restore. And I'm sending an update here. Now I'm just going to refresh this. And we're going to enter the PIR. I'm just going to open the automation logs to see the PIR being created.
And in the meantime, we have got new question from Tim. Can assets be tied to any of this for further knowledge?
So yes, when you go to any incident, there are affected hardware. So you can add assets from here as well. I'm not sure if there are any assets created here, but you can add assets to incident with this affected hardware field item.
Let us know, Tim, if it replied on your question, or if not, please add us some more context to your question.
And any assets that you add, you will also see the changes from those assets tied to those assets being linked here. So if you have either changes on your affected services, maybe you had a Git deployment on one of your payment services, and you had a change for that, you'll be able to see that as well. If you had any change request mapped to your assets and that asset is linked here, you'll be able to see those changes coming here. All your related items are going to be shown as part of the key construct here. And you can see, I think there are already some of these that are added here for you for the incidents to actually map the right source of problems and showcase what are the related work items to that source.
Thank you. I saw that Tim wrote that definitely helps, so I think that we can go back to demo. I don't see more questions.
Okay. I'm just going to go back to just check the open. Yeah, so I'm just going back. Here is the PIR that was created. I'm just opening the PIR. So this was a PIR that was created using automation. Able to access the PIR and the PIR information. Ensure that your automation rules are running correctly, you can also go to the settings that I went to, setting system automation and the log, the actions that have been taken in case you want to audit any of the workflows after day. So you'll be able to see the description that's been added, whatever happened to the incident, who the root cause, all of those are being triggered here automatically for your PIR that was generated after the incident got resolved. Feel free to add and append any of these and add more details to your agent to ensure that you're getting the right output for your PIR. You can also leverage automation to append these field items once the PIR gets created. So this was everything that we saw right from the incident being created, the actions that we took to resolve the incident, finally creating a PIR, everything with respect to resolution and triaging. I am going to go back to my presentation because we have a few other quiz questions. But before that, I will pause if there are any questions.
No, we don't have any more questions for now, so I think that we can go with quiz time.
Okay. This is the first question that we have. We just have 2 questions left. Feel free to scan the QR code and answer these questions to help us know that you're learning along the way. Okay, we already see 9 folks. I'm going to give it around 30-40 seconds. It's a pretty easy. Let's see how many of you got it correct. Okay, I'm going to move. Well, majority of you got it correct. The option lets you do all of the above that are mentioned here, find the subject matter experts, even create a PIR, like how I did it with automation. You're able to create a PIR just by using even the ops guide. It has a comment on it by default as well to help you create a PIR based on the status of the incident. Okay, this is your next question. One second. Okay. I guess a lot of you have some key takeaways with playbooks based on what we learned today. And like Kate mentioned, there's a follow-up session focused just on playbooks in August. So do feel free to join that to learn more, because playbooks definitely help you have the right SOPs in place for not just incidents, but even the other use case you can see. Okay. This is the last part of the session. We want to get feedback so that we are able to improve the sessions going further. Feel free to scan the QR code, leave your thoughts, things you would want to see more in the following demos, things you want to see as part of follow ups. We're happy to share based on the feedback that you provide today. I'm going to open this for another minute.
Also, after our session, you will receive email with some more generic survey. So you have got also option put your feedback there. As Deeksha mentioned, it will be very helpful for us to create better sessions in the future. And also, we would like to know which topics are the most important for you, so we can create such sessions and create any meetings that we can explore more advanced topics for you.
Okay. I see one participant responding. We're just near the end. I want to leave you all with the QR code for our next session. So by the end of this part 3, you have all the knowledge for detect, prevent, and resolve. We've covered detect and resolve today. In the next section, we'll be covering prevent, where we'll be having a new member from our team to help you with everything with respect to change management. Scan this QR code, register for the event, don't miss out on the event, because this is the final closure of our mini series, and we want to ensure that you have great takeaways to empower Jira Service Management in your organization to handle all your IT operations use cases end to end.
I also put link to the registration on the chat. So please register to not miss our next session. As Deeksha said, with a new person from her team, with Pritrish. So I'm pretty sure that it will be also informative session for all of you. It will be the last part, prevent and protect. So we will close the whole loop about IT operations. So for today, I would like to say thank you, Deeksha and Samruddhi, for this session that you participated in it. Also, all participants, thank you that you joined today, and I hope that you find this session very useful for you. And if you have any more questions, let us know. We all have got LinkedIn profiles. Also, you can put your comment in the comment section on YouTube channel. So we will be happy to answer. So thank you very much and have a nice day.